Good morning, Ponte Grove. It's a pleasure once again to stand before you. And I see the pastor has a few gentlemen standing up, so I guess that means I can't stand up too long. I guess there's a method to his madness. The pastor's asked me to speak just a few minutes concerning our veterans. And I'm grateful that God has allowed me the opportunity just to be here. Because he could have taken me when I was at war, but he did not. But I'm very grateful to my pastor for allowing me to have this opportunity to challenge you. But most importantly, I just want to say how much I appreciate my church family. For the last few months, my wife and I have gone through some very serious challenges, but it's not what God places in front of you, it's what God carries you through. And he has blessed us. He has blessed us. And you begin to learn what faith is all about. And just want my wife, Sandra, she just would stand up. She's had surgery, but it's good to have her back. And after 42 years of marriage, she's really blessed me. She was the one when I went off to war that I had something to come back home to. And that was a blessing indeed. But before I begin, I want to thank all of our service men and women for the sacrifices that they have made for our country and for our families. But also, I'd like to give a great thanks to all those families who supported all of our service members. Sometimes the world does not know what you go through. But when that soldier leaves home and has to serve, and you're left behind to take care of the home, God bless you, and we thank you for that. Although celebration of this day was originally referred to as Armistice Day, it was later changed to Veterans Day. And this day is recognized by the President of the United States by laying the ceremonial wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. It is also celebrated by young flag-waving children as they line parade routes all across America. The young and the old, the crippled and the able-bodies of all colors, creed, and cultures, they sacrifice to come out and watch and see our service members. But we owe a debt to our veterans that we will never, ever be able to pay. To some of our veterans, any check we write would be insufficient because they served their beloved country with distinction and courage, oftentimes losing limb, sight, and even unto death. For these courageous men and women, we owe a special debt. Although these men and women have adorned their uniforms with such medals as the Purple Heart, the Bronze Star, the Silver Star, or even the Congressional Medal of Honor, it all seems too little for these American heroes. But I will share with you a poem attributed to an unknown soldier that was read by one of my heroes, Senator Max Cleland, a Vietnam veteran and triple amputee. And he said, I asked for strength that I might achieve. I was made weak that I might learn humbly to obey. I asked for health that I might do greater things. I was given infirmity that I might do better things. I asked for riches that I might be happy. I was given poverty that I might be wise. I asked for power that I might have the praise of men. I was given weakness that I might feel the need of God. I asked for all things that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I might enjoy all things. I got nothing that I asked for, but everything I had hoped for. Almost despite myself, my unspoken prayers were answered. I am among all men most richly blessed. Although this poem was read by Senator Max Cleland, it speaks from the heart of so many veterans, because we know that it was only by God's grace and mercy that we, unlike many others, return home alive. For many, patriotism began as a journey from childhood. As a child in elementary school, the early mornings always began with the right hand over the heart, facing the United States flag, and citing from memory the Pledge of Allegiance. These 31 words, which affirm the values and freedom that the American flag represents, are recited while facing the flag as a pledge of Americans' loyalty to their country. The Pledge of Allegiance was written for the 400th anniversary in 1892 of the discovery of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And even as adults, these cherished words easily flow from our memory as we salute our nation's flag. As children, we were not able to conceive of someone burning or desecrating the flag. We may not have known the history of the flag or why it was so important to so many, but we knew it was special, and we knew it was a symbol of our country. In school, it was an honor to be selected to raise the flag with pride and patriotism. We were always so very careful not to allow the flag to touch the ground. As veterans, we have left childhood behind, and we have seen the horrors of war and the destruction of warfare. We have seen the results of tyranny and selfish ideology and philosophy. We have seen the enemy up close. We have seen the battlefields of World War I, the war to end all wars. And this year, by the way, we lost our last World War I veteran. He was 109 years old. And we have seen the insanity of a madman in World War II. And there are approximately 2 million World War II veterans still alive today. My grandfather served in World War I, and my father served during World War II. Our veterans know the distant shores of Korea, and they know the rice paddies of Vietnam. When our war-torn veterans came home to a politically divided and ungrateful country that turned its backs on returning veterans. From the Pacific, Europe, South America, Grenada, to Somalia, to Saudi Arabia, to Haiti, to Bosnia, Kosovo, to Iraq and Afghanistan, the American veteran has served. One commonality among all of us is the American flag. On the tanks in the desert of Kuwait, we carried the American flag. On the wings of bombers over Europe, we carried the American flag. On the nose of the medevac helicopter in Korea, we carried the American flag. On the backpack of the soldiers located all over the world, we carried the American flag. From the foxholes of Korea to the rice paddies of Vietnam to the cockpits over the Pacific, we carried the symbol of freedom and pride, the symbol of patriotism, the symbol of America. We carried the American flag. As veterans, no matter what part of the world our nation sent us, we went, valiantly fought, and often died. We are the strength of America. We are America's heroes. We are America's veterans. So when you see a veteran, give a salute or place the hand over the heart if the hand has not been lost to war, whether standing tall and straight, or a little bent over because of age, or assisted by a cane or walker because of shrapnel or grenade, or seated in a wheelchair because of the inflictions of war, if you look closely in the eyes, sometime you will see a small tear when the flag is presented and the Star-Spangled Banner is sung or played. It's a tear of pride and a tear filled with so many memories. Memories of buddies who never made it back to see their wives and little children. Memories of the parents next door when they find out that their child is not coming home alive. Memories so painful they cannot be shared and are forever hidden in the innermost parts of our souls. As veterans, the Star-Spangled Banner is no longer just a source of childhood patriotic pride. It is a personal commitment and sacrifice. As veterans, we chose to serve our country. During war, we had to make choices, whether to face our enemies in battle or risk our enemy coming to the American shores. As veterans, we chose to face our enemies on the battlefield. As veterans, we have the attitude that America is the greatest country on the face of the earth. As veterans, we have the attitude that as long as breath is in our bodies, we will never allow war on the shores of our beloved country. As veterans, we have the attitude that as long as our children have children and their children have children, we will fight to death to ensure that freedom will never be compromised in America. As veterans, we have the attitude that we will never quit serving America because veterans before us sacrificed their lives so that our families may live in a country of freedom. As veterans, we have the attitude of pride when we hear, "Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber ways of grains, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea." When you're searching for a hero, and I'm speaking to the young folks now, and one is hard to find, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. He's a mail carrier who delivers in rain, sleet, or snow. He knows the Battle of Kuwait when his country ordered him to go. When you're searching for a hero and one is hard to find, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. She's a nurse in the doctor's office with the salt and pepper hair. She saw action in Vietnam. I saw her over there. When you're searching for a hero and one is hard to find, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. He's a slow-walking neighbor, always neat and clean. He fought from ship to shore. He was a United States Marine. When you're searching for a hero and one is hard to find, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. He's that faithful old deacon whose eyes are getting dim, and World War II would have been lost without the likes of him. And when you're searching for a hero and one is hard to find, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. She's that young lady who's sitting next to you. She risked her life in Bosnia while you remain safely in the pew. If you're looking for a hero and one is hard to find, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. Last year, he was in high school, an athlete of the year. Now he's in Iraq and left us with a tear. I thank God for Americans who continue to serve their country, giving themselves to keep America free. I thank God for the veterans who have gone on before to take their place in heaven and study war no more. If your hero has been the president and he's fallen over time, give me a call. I'll lend you one of mine. He's not a public official nor a movie star, but he served his country in foreign lands near and far. If you're looking for heroes, they aren't hard to find. I don't need to give you one. I'll keep all of mine. Just look all around you, everywhere you go. He's America's best. She's America's hero. If you're looking for a hero, they really aren't hard to find. Just look for a veteran. That's the hero of mine. They fought our country's battle under the blazing sun and never came home until the war was won. They came home victorious to parades and marching bands, but they never forget their buddies they left in Afghanistan. So if you're looking for a hero, that's America bred and born. Look to the men and women who wear America's fighting uniform. Thank God for America's veteran, and God bless America.